So in your hands right now is Defenders #1. Do you want to talk about that first?
Yeah, because it's
it sucked. Hated it.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Well, did you really hate it?
No, keep going. I'm
Okay.
fucking with you.
Javier, is it Javier Rodriquez? He did the art for I can't remember what else he did, but he did art for something. He's done art for a bunch of stuff. I think it was the Trial of the Watcher one shot maybe, but his art is very suited to comics, but it's also gorgeous.
Yeah.
He really knows how to use the space and the colors and line work and everything to just fill everything with just wonderfulness. And Al Ewing, man, fucking, I will read whatever that guy writes, man. It's really good and always thought-provoking. And he touches on like 4 characters in the Marvel Universe that I have no real knowledge of. I've never heard of the Masked Rider or Raider.
I'd never heard of the Masked Rider.
Me neither. I knew about Cloud. I knew about the Enclave and Carlos Zota, but basically what happens is the episode starts off as Doctor Strange chilling. Doctor Strange is chilling. Sorry, the
first issue, but yeah,
the comic starts off as Doctor Strange chilling, and this dude, the Masked Raider, comes in and points a gun at him, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Well, we got to stop this guy." So he starts pulling cards from the tarot, and each card represents a character in the Marvel Universe. And Harpy is Betty Banner, who is Bruce Banner's
resurrected
ex-wife, who is resurrected and who has really taken a turn for the worse with the gamma radiation. But in the comics, it's cool because she basically told Bruce to fuck off and took off. She left.
She was the Red She-Hulk.
Well, right, but she turned into the Harpy at some point, and Bruce kept telling her, like, we can fix this. And she was like, dude, this is me. And you can't handle that, so fuck off. And she, like, leaves in the middle of the night, and I don't know what ends up happening to her in the comics at all. But she does appear in this. And if you'll notice one thing, Jake, I do want you to notice something. The whole first issue is told from the story, from the point of view of Stephen Strange, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one thing I want you to notice about that is this is a 5-issue series, miniseries, and there's 5 characters. So each issue, and that's what's really, really, really cool about it, because as they go back in time, and how about the fucking ending, by the way?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Omnimax?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is that they're hanging out with?
No, it's another Celestial, I'm assuming.
Galactus' mom has got it going on.
That's what it says in the second issue.
Is it? And they fucking recreated the Mother's Milk fucking cover, man.
Yeah.
From Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So
Tell me about what you think. I loved every bit
Again, like
of
I said last week, the Defenders, what I know, were like the street level Netflix show.
See, those guys were never the Defenders in the comics, as far as I know. Maybe Iron Fist, but Daredevil wasn't. Jessica Jones wasn't even a character at the time. The original Defenders, it was like this California, or was that the Champions? But the Defenders were like the Beast and Nighthawk and fucking Silver Surfer and Doctor Strange and Namor and Hulk, and it was yeah. It was not. But anyway,
so it's kind of a really weird psychedelic throwback. You know, it feels like the art style in particular, like the shading and the look, where it's contemporary but feels like it was written and drawn in like the 60s, but still having that like new glossy coat of paint. I never heard of the Masked Raider, but the whole, like, there's just so many weird fucking concepts in this one issue alone.
How about Cloud?
Well, like before we even get to that, the idea of the Masked Raider is silly because it looks like this dude has a fedora, has this mask on. He looks like a Dick Tracy, like noir detective.
Yeah.
And like, oh, by the way, his mask is the god Eternity, a piece of eternity stayed on Earth, and Zoda and this crew that hires him,
the Enclave,
they recovered it, and that's just been a mantle that's been passed down.
I can't remember who. Yeah.
What's so good about it is how quickly that information is relayed to me, and not a lot of captions, and the story is still moving forward. It's not. It didn't feel like it was slowing itself down to be like, hey, this is who this character is. You're probably not familiar. It's like what we talked about with X-Men 97. It's giving me exposition in a interesting way.
I don't know if it felt like to you, but it was almost like when they did that one page of explaining who and what it was. You know, the art is so beautiful and everything that you're just kind of captured by that. And then,
because it's made from the smoke from his fucking tea, Tyler. The whole backstory for the Masked Raider is told through the smoke of his goddamn tea, and that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Right?
God damn it.
Right?
The art is fantastic.
Yes. It's just, I mean, they
I don't think I've conveyed that enough.
They were like, dude, just do what you want, man.
This is something I noticed when I was reading it, and I wanted to point this page out specifically. I'll do the best I can explain it through audio. But there's a scene where they're trying to create this character, the what is it? Project Atom 4.
Yeah.
Is this like lab experiment going on? The scientist is conjuring a spell.
Yeah.
And you can follow the smoke, the different colors of smoke that he's like conjuring the spell with.
Yeah.
They're coming from the ground up the page.
Yeah.
But to see like how well crafted that smoke looks and designed, and then the next panel isn't even a panel, it's just an onomatopoeia. Inside the goddamn onomatopoeia is the Masked Raider shooting, and so the bang, oh my god, like it's just playing with the page in an interesting way, and I love that so much.
Like I said, like his artwork is the way he uses
so good.
The way he uses. There's almost no wasted space, right?
None.
I mean, it's like the way, from what I understand, how comic books are made, they're
This fucking panel where the color goes out when the dude gets hit. Oh, my God.
Dude, there's...
The Masked Raider shoots a spell book. Like, that's his solution, too. God, this is a fun book.
I'm glad you like it, because it was one of my favorite... It was just a random book.
The more I talk about
it,
the more I love it.
It's just... He just really... from what I understand about comics, they make them on these big pages, and then they send them in to get reproduced... I'm not sure how they do it now, but man,
it's with like tablets and shit now.
Okay, but he really, I mean, he knows what he's doing, and it's gorgeous.
Because of the shading and the color and the way that this panel looks, like Silver Surfer looks fucking incredible in some of these shots.
Yes.
And you know what looks great with him and Red Harpy is the shading under the eyes, the yellow. Like it looks like Kirby. It looks like that, like again, that throwback style. And it really plays into the trippy, weird, funky kind of flavor that you're getting with this book.
There's a style of figure drawing that was very popular in the 60s, and it's kind of a casual figure drawing, and this guy uses that a lot.
And I would agree, there's like no wasted real estate at all on the pages. Like there's so much art and so much color and so much story in each page.
But Doctor Strange picks all these characters, and they have to go stop this guy.
Can you talk about how he does it? When he uses tarot cards and they just choose the defenders, that's fucking cool.
Yes. Oh, wait till the second series. And so then they have to go fight him. They have to find him, and they have to go back to the previous cosmos. Now, here's one thing that fucked with me a lot. The cosmos that the Marvel Universe is in is called the Eighth Cosmos. Correct? You read that a bunch of times. But then they go back
said something about the sixth cosmos.
Right. They go back one, and they're in the sixth cosmos, which is where Galen is, where Galactus is Galen.
Yeah.
And then that's when that one ends. Wouldn't that be the seventh? I'm not going to get into it because I don't know.
I don't know.
It confused the hell out of me. Anyway, the point is it's a great book. Highly recommended. Next up.
Now we got Punisher #1.
Yeah.
By Jason Aaron, and
Jesus Saiz and something Azakita.
Yeah, I was honestly really surprised with the Defenders book, and I think a lot of it was just and Cloud.
Yeah,
The fact that they had a son in the Sanctum Sanctorium and there's like
right, and he has to fucking.
I have to kill my ego again to stop this fucking sun.
That was fucking cool. Like, oh shit, there's a sun in the goddamn. We're about to destroy the Earth. Sorry. Whoops.
And then you see all the different like versions of Strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I hope issue 2, number 2, holds up to the good momentum.
Yeah, we meet a character in the first one at the end of the first one, the mother of Galactus, and right. You will really enjoy her as a character. She's one of the more fun characters that we've met in a while. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.